you don't care, lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
All right. David,
Here.
Mike,
Here.
Tim, Eva, here. Nicholas,
Here.
Bo.
Great.
And I have no announcements, so let's move on and get approval of the minutes for the meeting on May the 12th and May the 22nd.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of May the 12th and May the 22nd.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Approval of departmental reports.
I'll make a motion for approval of departmental reports.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? And approval to pay bills as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve paying the bills as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Now let's move on to business and reappoint L.B. Lemaster to the Utility Commission for a 4-year term.
I'll make that motion to reappoint L.B. Lemasters to the Utility Commission for the 4-year term.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Second reading of the ordinance adopting the budget.
To read this ordinance. This is an ordinance adopting the City of Paintsville, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026. Whereas the annual budget proposal has been prepared and delivered to the legislative body, and whereas the legislative body has reviewed such budget proposal and modifications have been made accordingly, now therefore be it ordained by the City of Paintsville as follows. Section 1, that the annual budget for the fiscal year meeting July 1, 2025, meaning June 30, 2026 is hereby adopted as attached. Section 2, this budget order shall be administered by executive authority as prescribed and set forth in the Kentucky Revised Statutes. Section 3, the detailed operating budget is adopted by reference for administration and accounting purposes. Section 4, this ordinance is given its first reading, second reading. Section 5, this order shall be in effect immediately after it is passed and published as required by law. And the numbers in the budget are attached.
Make a motion, we approve the second reading of the ordinance adopting the budget.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Discussion of MOA between the City of Paintsville and Johnson County Fiscal Court, and that's on the EMS service, and I sent you all a email for that MOA. Is there any discussion on that? I do not want to vote on that today. I would rather have a special call once everybody gets a copy of that and gets it ready to make sure that we're doing the right thing as far as our citizens are concerned.
Well, I guess I'll start it out because I do have some concerns about it. I mean, we've had consultants in here 4 or 5 years ago, but as far as I know, we've never had any feedback from concerning this. We've presented numerous times documents from our auditors towards this. Me reading that, my personal self, it's going to add more work on our girls in the office. I mean, to me, us having to provide documentation of invoices every month to them to be able to get reimbursement for fuel, medical supplies, building services. That's basically what it says. It's what's based on. I mean, to me, and me personally, me reading this, I think if they're committed to giving us a couple $100,000 a year, they should just break it up in 12-month increments and do it. I mean, me personally, and I've read it 4 or 5 times, and you tell me if I read it wrong, but I don't like it.
What I read kind of makes it sound like to me, even if it is done, it's a 1-year deal, is what it makes it look like.
Well, I don't know. I mean, 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 I don't know. I mean
Well, it's to the end of this year,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but, I mean,
Oh.
I think it's an added layer of work on our employees, personally. And I don't, even at that, you know, the 200 grand it's 40% of our deficit, thanks to Miss Jamie. It's not 40% of the total cost that it's costing.
It's up to.
Right.
Up to
Right.
200,000.
Is what it's cost the taxpayers of this city to, you know, to support fire EMS.
Now, the total cost of your expenditures is a lot higher than the total cost, 40% of your expenditures are a lot higher than 40% of your deficit.
Yep.
40% of the expenditures, what we spend, comes to about $877,000. That's the difference in the numbers there.
I mean, you know, that's my opinion, and everybody else tell me if I'm reading it wrong, or you don't think I'm seeing it the way I should be seeing it. But that's me. And I'm just one.
Well, I'm just wondering if they have to break it down like at the pass, or they're just wanting that. I mean, why couldn't they do a lump sum? They got it, like I said, they got an audit report. Why couldn't they just write that check instead of doing it monthly, or do they have to do that? My answer is, let us know, is your attorney or your auditor saying you have to do it monthly because of your bylaws, or are they just doing it? Like Tim said, it puts more work on our girls.
Yeah,
Because the
well,
information's available. It would be available to them.
And I mean, without us providing invoices and documentation to them, they basically are gonna provide none.
Right.
So, I mean, it's gonna be a added step in the process of our girls that do that all the time, and Miss Jamie and Kim.
But look, and you can't, there's no way, and Jamie will back me on this, I know, because Medicaid and Medicare are never on time, are they, Jamie?
But,
So, if, the way I'm seeing this, council wants me to go back to Judge McKenzie and discuss a different payment schedule, correct?
Yes,
I think that's one, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Is there anything else you want me to discuss with you?
I would love to know what the consultants found out when they were here.
Yeah, I never,
Okay?
I mean,
they never told us.
has anybody ever seen that?
No.
I mean,
No.
there's Ed, if you, Ed's not seeing.
I mean,
But you do know, there was somebody in there though for a while, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that, but I never did get a
oh, I think.
final thing.
I can tell you this, it was a lot of work on Chief
And
and
we're still,
his staff.
and we're still at the same point we were how many years ago?
Two I know
Oh,
of.
one, I mean, about since I've been on council, I mean, just want to do what's right for the city and the taxpayers of this city.
Is there
And that's
anything
what
else
we
you want me to take to Judge to discuss on
Sounds
this?
good to me.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to resolution closing the books.
That doesn't have to be a vote, does it?
I think we got a vote on that, don't we, Jeff? Resolution to close the books, whereas City of Paintsville adopted an official budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2025, and whereas the fiscal year will end on June 30, 2025, and whereas entries for closing the fiscal year need to be made, now therefore be it resolved that the city treasurer be authorized to make the necessary entries to the books for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. I need a motion.
Motion, we close the books.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Do you need the roll call vote on the ordinance?
Resolution, this is for.
No,
That's a
On the ordinance? Okay, can we refer back to it? All right, let's refer back to the second reading of adopting the budget. Let's get us a roll call vote on that.
Mike,
Yes.
Eva,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
Nicholas,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes, ma'am.
David.
Yes.
Okay, item number 5, approve property, liability, and workers' comp insurance.
Mayor, can I ask you, how much has it went up? You know, yeah,
And Ms. Jamie might be able to answer that question for you.
how much has all that went up? It's been up a lot, little?
Workers' comp liability? No, we have.
All right, good.
Mayor's working.
Good.
What about workers' comp? Is that what you're talking about, the liability on the work? Okay. And it didn't go up? Well, that's great.
I'll make a motion to approve the property liability workers' comp insurance. Where it goes up.
Nicholas had a second.
Yes.
All in favor? Any opposed?
I bet this one-
Approve the health insurance.
This one is.
Yeah.
This one,
Over 15%.
That's-
yeah, this one went up. A little over how much, Ms. Jamie? 15%?
15.
We gotta have it.
I'll make a motion to approve the health insurance.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? And I'll need a vote, item number 7, to go into executive session to discuss proposed litigation pursuant to KRS 61.810C.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
All in favor? Any opposed?